Hi, welcome to Madras Academy. In this session, we are going to learn about Core Java. In Core Java, what are the topics we are going to cover? First, we will go through that. First, concept, basics of Java. In this, how to create the class, main function, variables, declaration, operators, control statement such as if else, looping, switch case. These are all the basic concept inside the class. How to handle that we'll see here, and after that we'll move on to the object oriented concept. In that we are going to cover classes and object, inheritance, abstract class, about, encapsulation, interface, polymorphism. These are all the concepts we are going to cover in this object oriented programming language. And after completing this, we'll be getting the basic knowledge, whatever we learned in C and C++, that all the topics will covered in this basics of Java and as well as hooks. Okay, and after this we are going to move on to the Java. From this topic only we are going to enter into the Java application. And here about package, we are going to learn about package and what is package, how to create the package, everything we'll see it. And it is nothing but in C and C++ you already learned about the header files, right? Hash include stdio.h, conio.h, like that you return, right? Similarly here also we are having a package. Okay, it is package is nothing but is a collection of classes and interfaces. Okay, so how to write the packages in Java, we'll see it. And in all this concept we are having a predefined and as well as user defined also. Okay, and here we are going to create the user defined package. Okay, and what is predefined and how to create the user defined package, that concept only we are going to learn in this topic. And after that we are having an exception. Exception is nothing but we are going to learn about the error message, exception error message, and it will display it in a runtime. So what is compile time error, what is runtime error? Okay, so how to find out and how the runtime error will display it in Java application. Okay, how it is working, everything we'll see it in this exception topic. I will give the separate introduction while we move on to this topic. Okay, and then threading, it used to monitor the application. For that we are using threading. In this we are having single thread and as well as multi-thread. In Java, how to implement the threading concept, we'll see that. Next, file handling. File handling, it used to write the data and read the data from the file. And what is the format of that file? Okay, where it is located, how many characters we are having inside that file. Okay, like this kind of concept we are going to learn in this file handling. Okay, and when we move on to this topic, we'll explain you about the brief whatever the classes we are having in that, how to handle in Java, will everything we'll learn it. And after that we are having a collection topic. Okay, collection is nothing but it is an advanced concept of array. In array using variable we are going to store, but here using object we are going to store the element. Okay, and we are having a different types of collection classes and interfaces in this topic. And when we move on to that topic, we'll see it. What are the classes and interfaces we are having in Java, and using that classes and interfaces how to create the applications, we'll see that. Okay, so these are all the main topics we are going to cover in this core Java session. Next, I already given a software link. This is a Java 8 version. Okay, you have to download this, go to that link and download, like that I already told you. And this is another link. In this link also you can download the software. Okay, and after downloading the software, just install the software in your system. There is no any procedure to install it. Okay, install it in your system. And once you install the software, before that, this is the first link I already told you. You have to download in this link. Otherwise you can use the second link, and this link also I will give it in your in our command. I will text it. Okay, this is another link. And in this you have to download it, this one. Okay, Windows 86 or Windows 64. Okay, this is a JDK. This is a exe file. You have to download it this to anyone you can download it from here. Okay, based upon your Windows OS you can download it and install it in your system. Okay, this is another link. But if you are using this Oracle link now, you have to register. Okay, after that it will allow you to download. So don't worry about the registration form. Okay, you have to give the proper email ID and register it, and you will be getting some acknowledgement in your email ID. Once you accept it, then it will allow you to download it. Okay, that there is no any problem in that. You just download it directly. Okay, so after downloading and installing the software in your system, if you have C drive, okay, in this location, see, in my C drive I'm having program files. Inside that program file I'm having a Java folder. This will automatically created, and in this you have to after downloading the software you have to get a JDK folder and as well as JRE folder. These two we need. Okay, so JRE is for a Java runtime environment, and the JDK is a Java development toolkit. This is a software, and once you compile and run the program, we need this JRE also. This two folder will created inside this Java folder after installing your software. Okay, so check whether you are getting this folder in your system or not. Okay, so after this, in my system I'm having C drive. This is a primary drive, and I'm going to execute the program in a secondary drive, that is a D or E, any other drive, if I'm going to execute the Java program now. So our software is available only in a C drive. So how can I execute this D or E drive? For that we need to set the common path. Okay, so for that we need to set the common path here. So how to set the common path? Here I will tell you. So in C colon JDK, open Java. Okay, program files Java. Inside that JDK is there na. Open that and go to the bin. Okay, this is the location. Okay, so in this location you need to save the Java file, then only your program will execute. Okay, so otherwise you need to set the common path. Okay, so you just copied this URL from here and go to the this PC and go to the property menu. In that, here we are having advanced system setting. Click this, and here we are having environment variable. Click that, and in this user variable you have to edit this path. Okay, so edit that path. Okay, if you click that, this window will open. Okay, so here, see, I already set the Java JDK path in my system. Okay, so if you are going to create a new path now, just click new. Okay, it is enabled like this, right? You just paste it. Okay, that's it. So here, see, I already created the path here. Okay, so no need to create the path again and again in this environment. Right now, for the demo I told you, like this you have to create it. Okay, So right now no need this path for my system, so I'm deleting this. Okay, so once you set the path here like this, you just click OK, and then OK, and then OK. So everything is settled right now. Okay, so close this, and now this software is able to work in any other drive. That is either it is C colon or D colon or E colon. In any other path, you can execute the program. Okay, even desktop also you can execute it, but that is not a proper way to write the program. Okay, in C colon only we need to write the software. Okay, in secondary drive you have to create whatever the project or document you are going to save. You have to save it in a secondary drive only. Okay, so for your class I'm going to choose the D colon. Okay, in D colon how to create the program I will tell you. Okay, so where I'm going to create the folder, and in D colon what is the folder name and how to write the program, everything I will tell you. Okay, before that you just go to the notepad plus software download link. I already given that one also in last session. Okay, so go to that link and download the notepad plus for the editor. Okay, so only this two software, and how to set the common path also we already set it here. Okay, so next in this session what we are going to learn now, how to create the class and main function. Okay, so without class we are not supposed to create the main function, and as well as how to print the message, how to save the file. Okay, and how to compile and how to run the program. Okay, including the interview questions we'll see in this session. So these are all the topics we are going to cover in this session. First, what is class? Class is a collection of objects. Okay, so using class keyword we need to create a class. Class, that keyword, okay, it is called as a specifier, and whatever the names we are going to write it for the class, that class name is called as a identifier. Okay, for example, here I created the class structure, class name as a student detail, curly bracket opening closing. Okay, so like this we need to create the class, and inside that class we need to write the code. Whatever the code you need to write it, you can write any code inside that class. Without this class syntax we are not supposed to write any code. Even single variables you are going to declare it now, everything we need to declare it inside the class only. Okay, and this class name is a identifier, like that I told you. That is, using this class name we can identify it for what purpose we created this class. This is for the student detail. Or if I give employee detail now, oh okay, in this class we return the employee details, product details, like that we can able to identify, and don't give the name such as ABC, XYZ, like that. Okay, so for example, if it is addition, means we can give addition, subtraction, multiple, like that you can write the class name. Okay, so if I write any class name, first character we have to write it in a uppercase, not in a lowercase. That means how we are writing our name. First letter is a capital letter. Okay, and after that we are going to write a small letter, right? In the same way, this is the class name, and we have to start the class name first word as a capital letter. Okay, and the other word we can write it in a small letter. Okay, and after that, see, student details, like that I written. Detail is a second word. Okay, so D capital letter. Okay, like this we need to create the format. In the same format only, what are the predefined class we are going to access it in Java, that classes also we are having in this same format. Okay, not two word like student space detail, like that we are not supposed to create it, and we don't have that kind of format in predefined classes also. Okay, so like this way we need to create the class name, or you can give the single word student, like that. Okay, so this is the format. Like this way we need to create the class, and class is a keyword. This keyword I already told you, it is a reserved word, and only we need to write it in a lower case, not in a uppercase. Okay, so next, inside the class, what we are going to write it? We can write a main function. Without main function we are not supposed to write the code. We are not able to execute the code. Okay, so that's why Java is a standalone application. We are calling like a standalone application. That means in all the Java programs we are having a main function. Without main function the program will not execute. Okay, so how to write the main function? We'll see that. And then member data. Whatever the variables we are going to declare it, that variables is called as a member data. We can declare that variable using with value or without value. So how to declare the variables in Java? We'll see that. Okay, I will explain you separately. And then member functions we are having, and you can create a customized function. Okay, whatever the functions you need, you can create it for your class code. Okay, so how to create the member functions, we'll see that. And after that we are having a constructor. That means class name, function name must be same. It is one of the special function which is available inside the class. Okay, so if you create any class syntax, inside that class syntax we are having a constructor. Okay, so in constructor we have three types. One is default, parameter, and copy. And how to write that constructor function, we will see it. While you move on to that topic, I will tell you briefly. Okay, and after that we are having an access specifier. Here it is private, public, protector. These are all the access specifier, and how to use this private, public, and protector, we'll see that. Okay, so these are all the code we need to write it inside the class. And how to write the code, we will see it. And first, how to write the main function. Okay, in Java, we'll see that. See, I created a class program1, curly bracket opening closing, and inside that I created the main function. And inside the main function, here you can write any code. Okay, so here how I written a main function: public static void main, everything in a lower case. And this is a main method. Okay, or we can call it a function. Inside that we need to pass the string argument. That argument only in an array format. Okay, see, I used a box bracket. Like this way we have to write it, and the string is a predefined class, and we need to write it. S is a capital letter. It's a class. I told you class. If it is class, we need to write a capital letter S. Okay, and inside that you can write any code whatever you need. Okay, either it is print statement or calculation, or you are going to display any other details such as employee or student, anything you can write it inside that. Okay, without main function we are not supposed to write the code. Okay, so here what is public? Public is an access specifier. Okay, so in Java public is a default keyword. No need to write the public, but in a main function mandatorily we need to write the public. Without public we are not supposed to write the main function. Okay, so wherever I'm going to tell this is a default keyword now, in Java it won't support in all the location. Okay, wherever we need to write that default keyword, mandatorily we have to write it. Okay, in the same way here in main function public is must. We need to write mandatorily without public keyword, we are not supposed to write the main function. Okay, and it is called as a access specifier. Okay, and after that we are having a static keyword. Why we are using static keyword here? Once this program is saved and I'm going to compile the program, once I'm going to run this program now, this main function will automatically invoke, and whatever the code we are having inside that will be automatically executed, and this function I'm not going to call separately. Okay, so for that purpose we are using the static keyword in main function. So static, without creating a object, the function will call automatically. Okay, so for that purpose we are using static keyword. And next, void. So why we are using void keyword here? Void is a return type. For what purpose we are creating a function? It used to return any value. So void will automatically return a value. No need to write the return keyword here. Okay, if it is data type function in C, C++ and all, we can write void main, int main, like that we already returned, right? So if it is void main, you can see that code, we don't have any return statement. Okay, but if it is int main, if you go to that code, you can see that now in last, after the main function end, before that curly bracket, we return the return keyword. Okay, so mandatorily we need to write the return keyword. That means that data type will not return a value. So for that we are writing the return keyword. But here, if I used void only we need to write it, not a data type function. This is a void type function only. So it will automatically return a value, and for that purpose we are writing the void keyword here. Okay, and main is it is a function with the string array argument, we need to write it. So this is a predefined function. Okay, without this main function we are not supposed to write the code. Okay, and like this way we need to create the main function. Inside the class only I created. Without class, if I'm supposed to create the main function, the code will not execute. Okay, it will display the error message. Now you understand how to create the class and main function. Next, we'll see how to print the message in Java. So after creating the class and we return the main function, inside that if I'm supposed to create any message, for that in Java we need to write System.out.println. Within a curly bracket opening, parenthesis opening closing, inside the double quotation we need to write the message. Okay, so here what is system? System is a predefined class. Okay, so you can consider as a keyboard. Okay, that is a system. So whatever the input we are going to give using that keyword, using that keyboard, that input will be accepted and it will display the output. By the help of out keyword, it will display the output. Out is used to print the output. Okay, and then we need to print the message, right? So for that we are using print method. In that class we are having an out keyword and as well as println method also. Okay, so using that println, within a parenthesis in double quotation, whatever the message you are going to write it, that message will display. Okay, so here you can use println or print or printf. And what is the difference between println, print and printf? Everything we'll see it in a practical session. It is nothing but like println, it will automatically print the next line. Okay, here I'm having only one message and I'm going to write the welcome to Madras Academy. Like that I'm going to write one more print statement using println method. Now that line will print in a next line, not in the same line. But I am using the print or printf, it will display it in the same line. Okay, that is the main difference, and we will say it in a practical. So you can use println or print anything, or if you need to write printf also we can write it. but mostly we used printf in C program, right? So here also we can use the printf, okay, in Java. How to write the this type of method, we'll see it, okay. Next, after completing this code, we need to save the program, right? So how to save the program, we'll see that. How to save the code file. Whatever the class name here I'm having, like I'm having program 1, right? Using that program 1 dot java, we have to save the file. Okay, so you need to give the same name. You can give some other names also, not a problem. Okay, you can save any other name, it will work. But uh, if you follow the procedure, means whatever the class name we are having, okay, using that class name, save the file. You can able to identify what you return inside that code. Okay, for example, see here I created student detail. Okay, so if I'm going to save this file, student.java, studentdetail.java, employee.java, or employee detail.java, like that I need to save the file. If I save the file like xyz.java, na, we are not able to identify in that xyz what code we returned, like that. So uh, this is the good practice. So like that way we have to save the file, okay. After that you have to compile the program. So for that I'm going to use the command window to compile the program, okay. So for that we need to write java c, that class name dot java, that is file name and class name is same only. So program on dot java, this is the command to compile the file, okay. And after compile the file, if I'm not having any error, okay, we need to run the program. So for that, java, that file name, that is that class name, using that class name we have to run it. And this, in this class name you have to write the main function. If you have the main function in that class, using that class name you can run the file, okay. So if this program on class you are not having a main function, you are having in some different class name, na, using that class name only you have to run the file, okay. Not say for example in student detail class I'm not having a main function, I written some code considered like that, okay. Using this class if I'm trying to run the program will not execute, okay, because in this class I'm not having a main function. Where you return the main function, using that class name you have to run the program, then only it will display the output, okay. So this is a procedure to save, compile and run. This is a command, and using this command I'm going to run the program, compile, and I'm going to run the program, okay. So next, how to write this program in notepad plus, and how to execute this code, output, everything will see that. Before that, after installing the software we need to set the common path. This I already told you. So using that you just set the common path in your system also, okay. And after set the path you have to check, before writing the code you have to check whether the software is installed properly or not. So how to check, I will tell you. In my system I created the folder for Java, core Java programs, like that. I choose the path in D drive. Okay. So this, in this path only I'm going to write the program. After installing the program, we have to set the common path. I already set it. Okay. Now I'm going to check whether the software is running properly or not. Okay. So for that, we just use Java C and press enter. So if you get like this kind of message, now your software is installed properly. So we can start write the program in your system. And for that, what command we need to write it? Java C. Okay. So otherwise, if you're not set properly, the software is not properly installed enough, will get internal and external error. Only 2 lines or 3 lines it will display the error message if you not set the path now. Okay. So before that, you have to set the common path, and in that time you can use the software in D colon also. Okay. So defaultly it will installed in a C drive, but right now I'm using D drive. Okay. In D drive we can write the programs here. Okay. Okay, now the path is set it. Okay, right now no need this command for me. Okay, I just closed. And in this is a class 1, right? So I'm going to create one class 1 folder. And for the next class, I will create a class 2, class 3, like different folder, and in that I will do the program. Okay, so I just open this, and in this folder I'm going to create the notepad plus program, that is Java file I'm going to create it. Okay, so we'll open the notepad plus, and this is my notepad plus. I'm going to write the class here, class, and class name. I created the class. Okay, I need to save this file. Okay, so give Ctrl S and choose that path first. Okay, so I open that location here, and what is the class name I given? Program 1, right? So we can give program 1 here. Program 1 dot Java. Okay, so see, in this location it's saved. Okay, and after creating the class we need to write the main function, public static void main. So in notepad plus or notepad, we are going to create all the program. Okay, from the beginning we are going to write. If you did any mistake, it will automatically, well, once you compile the program, it will display the error. So in that time we can improve our coding knowledge. So for that I'm using this notepad plus. Okay, otherwise we can use the IDE also. Okay, so this is the way we need to write the main function. I already explained this, all the code, how to create the class, what is class, and a class name, public static void main, everything I given a brief explanation in a previous time. And now I'm going to write a message. Okay, System.out.println. Okay, so inside that we will write welcome to Java. Okay, just close it, put semicolon and close it. Okay, so after completing this we need to open the command window. So here we are having open containing folder, right? And here itself we can open the command window directly like this. See, it's opened. Okay, so now I'm going to CLS. This is a clear screen. Okay, now we'll get a class 1 folder, only that command we are having, and I'm going to compile the program Java C asterisk dot Java, like that you can compile it. Otherwise we can use Java C, that program 1 dot Java. Okay, this is one way to compile the program. Otherwise we can use Java C asterisk dot Java. That means what are the class we are having inside that folder, it will compile everything. Okay, so this way also you can compile. Okay, now I'm not having any error, so my program is compiled successfully. And if you are going to the folder, you can see here we have one class file. Okay, so this is our source file, this is a class file. Okay, this source code will convert it as a bytecode, and using this bytecode conversion we are going to run the code. Okay, so if the class file is not created, once you are going to run the program, it won't display the output. Okay, so we need a class file. Okay, it will, once you compile the program like this, it will automatically create it. See, I'm going to delete this file. Okay, now I'm having only the source file, that is the source file I'm having. Okay, so I'm going to compile this program using this command window. Okay, so see, I can use any command, whether it is java c program on .java or else java c *java, anything you can use it. Just press enter. So in that time we will get one class file. This is a bytecode conversion. Our language is converted to the system language, and using this system language we are going to run the program. So for that, program 1, that is java program 1, this is a command, and using that command we can run the program. So we'll be getting the output here. Okay, like this way we need to compile and run the program. Okay, so this is a code. Okay, now I'm going to write one more message. Just you can copy it and paste it, and welcome to Chennai. Like that I'm writing. See, just I'm whatever the changes I did. Okay, once you compile the program, it won't display the output. Once you run the program directly, it won't display the output. So whatever the changes you did in our code, we need to each and every time we have to compile it. Okay, then we have to run it. Then only it will display the output. Okay, then only the new class file will create it there. Okay, using that class file we'll get the output. Otherwise, whatever the previous class we are having, only that code output we can able to get it. Okay, so this is a way. And here, see, I used a print ln method. Okay, so here if I used a print, okay, and I'm going to compile and I'm going to run the program. See, in that time it will display the output in the same line. Are you able to see the difference here? Okay, like that way it will display the output. So for what purpose we can use the print ln, and as well as if it is print f also, it will print the output. Same format it's printing here also. Okay, so like this way we can write it. Okay, so we have to decide whether we are going to print it in a next line or in the same line. Okay, so if I use to print in a next line, we can use print ln method. So combine and run the program, so it will display the output like this. Okay, so now I'm going to, this is a simple program we created. See, now I'm going to delete this public. I already told you, no, public is an access specifier. It is a default one. So it is a default in Java. So no need to write the public here. So if I'm trying to write like this, once you compile the program, it won't display any error. But once you run the program, it will display the error like main method is not defined. Okay, that not able to identify whether we need to write a main method like this type of format. If you miss to write any word here, okay, it will display the error message. See, I'm going to write the main method like this way. Okay, static public void main. Okay, whether this is a correct format I return, just you will check it out. Just compiling the program and I'm going to run the program. See, I'm getting the output. So in any order you can write it. This public and static, you can write it in any order. Okay. But in this void main, in between, if you are going to try to write a public, for example, in void main, okay, like this, if you are going to write, once you compile, it will display the compile time error. Okay, so don't disturb this void main. Okay, but whatever the keywords you are going to write, whether it is public or static, you can write it in any order. It will display the compile time error. Okay, if you write like that. See, in that I used a static and public here, and it won't display any error, and once I run the program also, I will get the output. Okay, so you can use this in any order, but don't disturb this void main and the string argument. And the string argument also we have to give mandatorily, and that is only in a string argument. Okay, this is an argument variable, so I'm using arg, and you can use argv also. Okay, so in that time also your program will compile and it will display the output. Okay, and in the same way, if I used instead of this argabc, like that also you can write the argument variable. In that time also it will display the output. Okay, so you can write any argument variable here, but that is a variable name. So this is an argument, so for that purpose we are using arg, argv or args, like that we are returning. Okay, so any other format we can write it. That is a variable name. You can use it any name, but the other thing mandatorily we have to write it. Okay, so if you miss to write any word, it will display the error message, right? In our command, in our runtime. So how it is displaying now? By defaultly, we are having the final keyword. In main function we are having final keyword. Okay, so I just compile the program, I am running, so it will display the proper output. That means this final keyword is a silent keyword. Okay, this final keyword, finally it used to check whether we return the main function properly or not. If you miss to write any one of the word, whether it is public or static, it will display the error message. Okay, and this three keyword you can write it in any order, not a problem, but mandatorily we have to write the public and the static. Okay, so like this way we have to write the class, main function, and how to compile and how to run the program. Okay, everything I explained here, and if you have any doubts, you just command us, and before that you just install the software and set the common path. Okay, and start write the program like this way, and compile the program using command window, and just note it down. So when we are getting the compile time error, when we are getting the runtime error, what is the error message we are getting in that. Okay, like that you just note all the error messages also, including the output in your notebook. Then only we can able to remember everything. Why? Because in Java we are having a lots of concept. Okay, so we have to learn everything. Okay, then only we can able to develop the high level applications. Okay, so I thought you understand how to create the basic program, basic output program here. And in next session, how to handle the variables, operators, and how to get the runtime input, control statement, everything. We will move on to the one topics. Okay, so in next session we'll see the another concept. Okay, I hope you understand this concept, whatever we learned today about class, main function, and the print statement, and how to compile and how to run the program, how to save the program and everything. And before that you have to set the common path. Okay, don't forget to set the common path in your system. Okay, thanks for watching.